So, hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers. Welcome to a new Doctor Who review. So in this video, if you haven't seen tonight's episode, then please go off this because there's going to be spoilers. Yes, there's definitely going to be spoilers for this episode. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Doctor Who Flux, Chapter 3, Once Upon a Time, and I don't know what the hell's going on. I find it very confusing, absolutely, because when you get to the start of the episode, after last week's epic cliffhanger, when you have Swarm going, I'm going to put them in a trance, Doctor, so let's see how time can run for him. The Doctor just literally makes them all go sappy, and they end up somewhere during the time vortex things. The Doctor ends up trapping them inside their own past that can't be detected. Where the Doctor goes into her own past, yes, we've had some fantastic stuff. We see the return of Jo Martin as the Ruth Doctor from last year's series, aka Series 12. We do see her return. We see the Doctor inside Ruth's body, like trying to find out what everything is, like with the Timeless Children. So they're definitely focusing on the Timeless Children story arc in this series. You can actually tell it. You can actually tell they're focusing on the Timeless Children arc with the return of Ruth and that lot, and how she knows what Swarm is and the others when she literally arrests them. Now, I absolutely am starting to really enjoy John Bishop as Dan. I really loved him in last week's episode, War of the Centaurans. It's a walk. Why have you got a walk? To whack him in the back, you know? I literally love that episode. But in this episode, you do see a bit of it. So in the first episode, we don't know what happened to Diane. And now it turns out she's somewhere inside the passenger. She's somewhere stuck inside his body form. So the Doctor's got to go and rescue her. We are introduced to Finn's mate, or should I say partner, who is carrying his unborn child. So he's gone back to his home world and he's found out what the flux has done. The flux has ripped apart his planet. People are dead. He's looking for his loved one. Well, in the meanwhile, she's travelling the universe where we are seeing three major of the Doctor's enemies form a massive empire. You've got the Santaran Empire, you've got the Dalek Empire, and of course the Cyber Empire. Now, we have some great cameos of the Daleks in this, which was a massive shock because I didn't even think we would see Daleks again this so soon, not since Resolution. And I'm like, when I saw those Daleks, I'm like, Daleks are back. Now, I was very disappointed about the Cybermen, because the Cybermen, the trailer and last week's trailer makes it look like the Cybermen are going to be in this big epic battle, you know, so on and so on. We get to the actual episode, the Cybermen don't even do much. Yeah, the Cybermen don't even do much, apart from Finn's lover ends up shooting them, and then you go, what is your mission? Love. Incorrect. What? Love is a emotion, not a mission. So she shoots it, goes, it's a mission. No. Now, I do like Finn's partner. I think she's very, very good. When you see her like hiding from the Daleks and stuff, and when you see those kind of creature things flying around and they turn people into dust, I think that's a bit harsh. You know, people are dying already. The flux has happened. But this thing's feeding on the people that have survived. The survivors are dying anyway, because there's something going through time and space, ripping them apart, turning them into dust. Now, there have been some good things I enjoy about this episode. There's been some things I haven't enjoyed, like, I really think the Cybermen were wasted yet again. I really was hoping the Cybermen will get such a fantastic thing to do in this story, but no. It's just a little cameo. You see an army of them marching, and then you see them like in Finn's partner's ship, and she ends up shooting them like so. And of course the Santarans are mentioned again. So I really think we haven't finished with the Santarans. I really think the Santarans are going to return in Doctor Who Flux again after last week's episode, because they were mentioned again in this episode. So I really think they are going to be mentioned one more time. The Daleks have been this is the very first time in Doctor Who Flux the Daleks have actually ever been mentioned. This is the very first time the Daleks have actually ever been mentioned in Doctor Who Flux, and I was like, hey, okay, you haven't missed out the Daleks, so they're still up there, they're still going, they're fighting the universe from the Flux. You've got Santarans, Cybermen are having a really bad... They are really having a really bad time in Modern Who. I mean, out of all the Modern Who, only 3 great stories: Associate the Cybermen, The Doctor Falls, Rise of Cybermen, Age of Steel, and the rest of them are pretty... Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the only thing I have to say about it. The Cybermen are having such a bad time in Modern Who. The Daleks, I think that is a whole new model base. I don't even know because they look CGI, but they're not CGI at the beginning. They look proper, like the proper Daleks. So I think they've had a new make to them. So as the Daleks had a new major upgrade, hopefully they get to keep that in. If they have, if not, if it is just CGI, it's very bad CGI. Very bad CGI. The one thing I loved about it is when the Doctor's inside the kind of like time vortex thing, and she sees the people that are supposed to control time, and she says, look, I need your help. I need you to come back and bring 4 more of you. Yeah, okay, you'll get kicked out there. The Doctor's there going, no, show me one more memory. Just show me one more memory. Let me see just one more memory, because she really doesn't know anything about the Timeless Children that we had last year. So that is still going on. That is still very much going on. It's building up, and then it hasn't been dropped. It's just there. So she wants to know more about the division and stuff, and that's the only bit for her to get information out of it. So I do like that bit. Now, again, this is where the Weeping Angels return. Last week, you don't even see Weeping Angels. This week, we do. Now, episode 1, we see 1 Weeping Angel. Episode 2, no Weeping Angel. Episode 3, we see Weeping Angels. And episode 4, they're in. Guess what? The Weeping Angels are back in next week's episode. Now, the Weeping Angels, I think, are fantastic because they're using that thing, again, where it goes, an image of an angel becomes itself an angel, like we see in Matt Smith's episode. So, where you see it in the end of the episode where one comes through Yaz's phone, and it becomes like a proper angel, and the angel's got control of the TARDIS. So the Weeping Angel's got control of the TARDIS. What they're going to do about this one? Oh, no, you just have to wait until next week. I really do like these sessions because this feels like we're watching a proper classic Doctor Who episode, because this is what they used to do back in the 60s, 70s and 80s. You used to end on a cliffhanger, and it is amazing that we're going back to that. So let's hope when Russell T Davies comes back, they keep it straight to the way this episode is of Doctor Who Flux, with cliffhanger, because this is absolutely amazing. This is like watching a 6-part story of Troughton. Say if we're watching a 6-part story, say if we're watching the Ice Warriors, you have episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, episode 6. Or Web of Fear, it's just like rewatching Web of Fear. It feels like we are going back into classic Doctor Who, and it feels absolutely great. I mean, cliffhanger. So we've already in 3 episodes in, we've got 3 more episodes left of this series. I'm really enjoying it. Now, I love the bit with the Weeping Angel where it comes through Yaz's phone. Now that is great stuff. Chidnall, you've absolutely kept that in from the 11th Doctor's era. An image of an angel becomes itself an angel. Now, my question is, what has the Weeping Angels got to do with Doctor Who Flux? Well, you might probably go, well, we have to wait till next week. Yes, we have got to wait next week. That's 7 days. 7 long days for more answers. Now, I like the fact we end up seeing the Roof Doctor once more, played by Joe Martin. I like the Doctor's new coat with the black design and stuff. I really think that's great and epic. I was a bit confused between the Doctor like going into the policewoman's body, into somebody else's body. She's there talking to Dan as a ghost. I really enjoy some of them. I do find it, this episode I find very confusing. Yes, I'm very disappointed with the cameo of the Cybermen, because last week's trailer, the trailer we had before, it looked like the Cybermen were going to be a big, massive part of it, and it sucked. Cybermen don't even have anything to do. They just go around trying to shoot in Finn's partner, and she just there shoots them back, and they end up getting wiped out by one woman. And these are the Cyber Warriors. Now, I love their design. They feel so classic again, as I said in Essential Cybermen. I really do like the Cybermen designs. But the whole thing at the ending with the Weeping Angel getting control of the TARDIS and the Doctor's just there going, well, it's like, oh, come on, even Matt Smith would have done something better than that. Knowing the 11th Doctor, he would shut down the TARDIS completely. You can't get control of my TARDIS. No, the 13th Doctor, yeah, just get control of the TARDIS, you know, take us where you want to take us. Yeah. That's the whole point of it. The other Doctors, even Capaldi's Doctor, would have gone to shut down the TARDIS before it even reached the console. Journey's Doctor, oh yeah, don't worry Dan, don't worry, yeah, I protect you, but there's a Weeping Angel in the TARDIS console. I'm not even going to shut it down. Not even emergency landing. She just lets the Weeping Angel get control of the TARDIS. But apart from that, I rank this episode. It's not as great as the first episode, which is the Halloween Apocalypse, because that is a 10 out of 10. War of the Santorans, 7 out of 10. This episode, a 5 out of 10. Yeah, definitely a 5 out of 10. Very confusing, just has some good stuff in it going on, but the whole bit with the Weeping Angel getting control of the TARDIS, what? Any of the other Doctors would have just gone up to the console, shot it down, the TARDIS do emergency landing, they get out, and the Weeping Angel will be basically peed off. But no, you just have the Weeping Angel taking control of the TARDIS, and then you have to find out next week if the Doctor gets the TARDIS back from the Weeping Angels. That's what I'm going to say about it. So if you have watched Doctor Who Flux, let me know in the comments what you think of episode 3 or chapter 3, which is Once Upon a Time. Let me know, and join me tomorrow for more Doctor Who content videos. Now, there are going to be some reviews coming out over the next week, because I've watched quite a lot of classic Doctor Who, and I want to do a load of reviews. Underworld is going to be probably the first one to be reviewed, because I am in the middle of rewatching that one. So thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share. And also let me know what you think of Doctor Who Flux Chapter 3.